This place has lost Candeles, said Halo, spitting dry bits of toast all over Toll as he spoke. Toll didn't care. He was glad to know the name. Who cares what it's called, said Jax. We're never leaving, so we can't even tell anyone. Jax sank slowly into yet another creamy pavlova couch and stared into space. I don't think that's the case, because if this is our first training session, why would getting out of here be such a problem? I mean, would someone design a first training session that neither of us could solve? Asked Toll, smiling a bit to encourage Jax. No, said Jax. And back to your thought processes, what if we both tried really hard to picture the pages we were looking at when we entered the book? Then we might be able to reverse our way out of the book. Halo looked interested. Could work, he said. Could work. What about you? Asked Jax. You come in and out of here as you please. You're not stuck. That's not really fair, is it? I'm a character in the book, announced Halo proudly, and that gives me special privileges. I get to have a pass out and a pass in whenever I want. You're a character? Asked Tolo, looking excited. That's what I was thinking. What if someone started reading a book or looking at its pictures? Say, if Solo found the book in the tunnel where I left it, and if he read it, would he see Jax and I, because we're in here now, aren't we? You certainly are, said Halo, still churning out mountains of toast dripping with melted cheese. Jax suddenly noticed. Stop it, she said. We can't eat all of that. You can't? He said. But I can. In this book, I'm a really big angel, so I get to eat as much as I like when I come here. I love it. Jax sighed. Fair enough. Toll continued. If Solo read this book, though, he might just get sucked into it like us. Would he? Asked Jax. Or maybe it was just us who were destined to be sucked into this book, and there must be other copies of the book. So what about all the people reading those? Can they see us? I don't know, said Toll. Are we inside the book now, or are we just reading the book? But in a way, that makes us part of it, but only for a while. But for how long? Asked Jax. There doesn't seem to be any way out, unless we become real characters like Halo. And how can we do that? I think we can, said Toll. How? Asked Jax, bewildered. As if we can go and get the author of the book to rewrite it now. We don't even know who wrote it, and even if we could talk to them, which we can't because they're not in here, why would they even consider writing us into the story just so that we can get pass-outs? That's just it, said Toll. Did you see the name of the person who'd written the book on the title page before you got sucked into the book? No, said Jax. What about the title? Did you see that? I didn't see it, but you told me what it was. Wasn't it something about entering virtual worlds and training? Said Jax. I didn't look at the cover. I just opened it up in the middle where there was all this stuff about a guy called Grank. I think it was Grank, anyway. Grank? Exclaimed Toll. He's a character in a story my mum wrote. Jax started to look excited. Maybe your mum wrote the book. She might realise that she should change the book. Then we'll have permission to leave sometimes. Halo pulled a silly face and said, ooey pooey. Jax poked her tongue out at him. Careful, warned Halo. Remember, I can come and go as I please. Jax sighed. Sorry. That's okay, dearling, said Halo with a sort of fake smile. No, said Toll. I don't think Mum wrote the book because it said on the first page, it's hazy, but I'm almost certain of it, it said entering virtual worlds. And then there was a thing about it being a training manual. But then I'm sure it said written by you, whoever you are. You, whoever you are, repeated Jax slowly. Yes, you, whoever you are, snapped Halo. Now get on with it. Toll, get on with it. Come to the conclusion, for goodness sake. How hard can it be? It's your very first training adventure. Toll sighed deeply in Halo's direction, but he was careful not to be rude, because if Halo went off again, they could be stuck in the book for even longer. and every book hour was worth 2 ordinary hours back at home. So if I can write the book, and if you can write the book, Toll said, looking at Jax, then let's just write ourselves into it. Write ourselves in? Asked Jax, feeling completely confused. Yes, just get out a big lollipop pen and write your names in the sherbet, suggested Halo. That should do. A bit of graffiti, the sort of thing Toll and Jax was ear. Halo stretched out his hands and wrote in the air, and as he did, large silver words appeared in the air, shimmering. Toll and Jax was ear. Hey, exclaimed Toll, did you write your safe near me one day down in the Innisfree tunnels? Halo did a silly little dance. I might have, he said. It was amazing, said Toll, and I always wondered who did it. Halo reduced himself to his hummingbird size and buzzed around Toll's head, saying, It was me! It was me! Thank you, said Toll, holding his hands up to stop the little creature from pecking at him.